A very good evening. Thanks for tuning into Times Now. Before we move on to the big story, we're tracking the top 50 updates first up. An exclusive CCTV footage in Sonali Phogat case shows how an intoxicated Sonali was being taken away by Sudhir, one of the accused. The police has also identified the drug peddler in the case. Goa cops say a certain synthetic substance was given to the BJP neta. Meanwhile, both the accused, Sudhir and Sukhvinder, have been arrested. Sonali Phogat's brother-in-law claims he spoke to her before she died, during which he claimed Sudhir gave her MDMA drug. Delhi Lieutenant Governor seeks report from the Chief Secretary on the delay of 2.5 years on part of the Vigilance Department in taking action on the CVC inquiry report on the construction of additional classes in government schools. Himanta Biswa Sharma takes jibe over classroom gate, says Kejriwal's ignorance is painful and that Assam deals with many things yet provides best of education. Meanwhile, Kejriwal claims crackdown on AAP is because the party is aiming to fight and win Gujarat elections. Delhi Deputy Chief Minister Manish Sisodia hits out at BJP, says the BJP rule centre is acting like a serial killer to eliminate state governments. Stepping up its agitation against the AAP party, the Delhi BJP has also come out to stage a protest today. The protesters could be heard demanding Manish Sisodia be sacked. Sources say that Election Commission in its suggestion has not debarred Jharkhand Chief Minister Himanta from contesting polls. Amid the rapidly changing political scenario in Jharkhand, Chief Minister Soren also convened a meeting of all MLAs of Mahagathbandhan at his residence. In a massive blow for Congress, senior leader and ex-JNK Chief Minister Ghulam Nabi Azad resigned from all posts of the party. Ghulam Nabi Azad sent a 5-page letter to Sonia Gandhi expressing sadness over senior and experienced leaders being sidelined. With sharp jabs at the Gandhis, Ghulam Nabi Azad blamed Rahul Gandhi for his exit, claiming all key decisions were being taken by his security guards and personal assistants. Resignation of the ex-Congress leader comes ahead of Congress party president polls, but Ghulam Nabi Azad calls Congress polls a mere sham. Sources tell Times Now that the G23 leaders will also be meeting this evening with several senior leaders who are also likely to quit the party after Ghulam Nabi Azad. Ashok Gehlot too reacted to his resignation, saying he is a known leader because of Indira Gandhi, Rajiv Gandhi and Sonia Gandhi. In an exclusive conversation with Group Editor Navika Kumar, Ghulam Nabi Azad revealed he will come up with his own political outfit and not join any other party. JNK Congress leader Ashwini Handa too resigned. Now he's also come out to say more Congress leaders will quit very soon. Gandhi loyalist Slam descender Ghulam Nabi Azad said he is abandoning the party during testing times. Umar Abdullah also described Azad's resignation as a body blow to the party, saying it was sad and scary to see the grand old party implode. No end to urban apathy in Bengaluru. A woman was left severely injured after a scooter skidded on a flyover due to a killer pothole. Congress leader B.K. Hariprasad compared Savarkar to Jinnah. The Chief Minister said Congress loves Jinnah because they too came to power by dividing the country. Supreme Court referred a freebies issue pertaining to promises made by political parties and election freebies to a 3-judge bench. Supreme Court today also dismissed a plea challenging the denial of sanction to prosecute Uttar Pradesh Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath in a 2007 case of alleged hate speech. Delhi High Court rejected WhatsApp and Facebook plea against CCTV Probe, said WhatsApp shares sensitive data with Facebook and forces users into agreement under its 2021 privacy policy. Defence Minister Rajnath Singh held bilateral talks with the Tunisian Minister and Defence National Service in the national capital. Prime Minister Narendra Modi once again tops the global rating amongst world leaders with an approval rating of 75%. Chief Minister Yogi Adityanath reviewed arrangements to bring down Supertech Twin Towers, also directed officials to adhere strictly to safety norms during demolition. 2 earthquakes of 3.4 and 2.8 magnitudes hit Jammu and Kashmir. There were no reports of loss of life or damage to property. The Atal Footover Bridge connecting the east and west areas of Ahmedabad will be inaugurated by Prime Minister Modi on the 27th of this month. 6 members of a family found dead at their residence in Balana village of Ambala. The suicide note too has been recovered. Satvik Sairaj Rankireddy and Chirag Shetty become first Indian men's doubles pair to ensure a medal in the Badminton World Championship as they storm into the semi-finals. 5 people died while 7 others sustained injuries after fire broke out in a 3-story building in Uttar Pradesh's Moradabad. Massive fire broke out at Noida's mattress manufacturing facility in Sector 80. No casualties have been reported and the cause of fire is still unknown. Meanwhile, India has reported more than 10,000 COVID-19 cases with 68 deaths in the last 24 hours. The active caseload has declined to 90,707. The anti-drug cell of Imphal East Police busted a fake currency racket at Urup Kangtak village. 3 people, including a woman, have been arrested. Large number of fish were found dead in Kotanur Lake in Bengaluru's JP Nagar. Locals cited sewage flow as reason of the death. Indian Army neutralized 3 Pakistani terrorists after the latter's attempt to infiltrate along the line of control in Uri sector in Jammu and Kashmir. After a month-long sojourn in Ladakh, a Tibetan spiritual leader Dalai Lama arrived in the national capital after a gap of 3 long years. Gold prices fell by 254 rupees to 52,031 rupees per 10 grams in the national capital amid weak global cues. However, silver gained 21 rupees to 55,971 rupees per kg. Mexican-American woman assaulted a group of 4 Indians in Texas. The attacker can be heard using racial slurs and curse words. One of the women in the group, Indrani Banerjee, narrated the appalling encounter, said she never felt so humiliated. And the Mexican-American woman has been arrested in Texas for racially abusing Indian women. This after the video went viral on social media. The forest fire that started on Wednesday night in the municipality of Lobera in northern Spain has already burned down 560 hectares of land. As a result of severe drought, French vineyards have started early harvest of the grapes in mid-August itself. Amid increasing tension between US and China over Taiwan, US Senator Marsha Blackburn on her visit to Taipei said China was just waiting for an excuse to bully Taiwan. 4 people killed, including a local law enforcement official in shooting at an apartment complex in southern Arizona. Amid floods in Pakistan, massive spike in waterborne diseases has been reported. Prime Minister Shahbaz Sharif has sought international help. French President Emmanuel Macron laid a wreath as a tribute to soldiers who died in France. Several US cities faced a wave of major flooding over the past few days, prompting officials to evacuate and rescue residents across.